we get facts on Motley Crue, please? Yes, certainly. Did you know Motley Crue are actually one of the biggest selling artists of all time and have actually sold over 100 million albums worldwide? Very impressive. Did you know originally they were going to be called Christmas? It's not got quite the ring to it, has it? Did you know they had an original frontman, Dean Peterson? He did not last long because they didn't like his hippie attitude. Did you know in 2007, Tommy Lee had a full-blown fight with Kid Rock at the VMAs? No way! Did you know in 1984, Vince Neil crashed his car while drunk, sadly killing the passenger, Hanoi Rocks drummer, Nicholas Razzle Dingley? He only received a 30-day jail sentence and was quoted as saying he deserved a much more severe sentence, but the amount of money he had let him get off lightly. Did you know that the band once ran out of heroin and injected whiskey into their veins? Ooh. And did you know Nikki Sixx and Tommy Lee used to see who could go the longest without showering and still hook up? This was until the infamous spaghetti throw-up incident, which later would be the inspiration for a Guns N' Roses album. I was in your live and I asked for facts on the Beatles. Yes, certainly, I vaguely remember that. So, yes, did you know Ringo Starr's real name was Richard Starkey? I didn't know he was a dick. Did you know the Beatles took inspiration from their name from Buddy Holly and the Crickets? They liked using insects for their name and just decided to go with Beatles. They just changed the spelling a little bit. Did you know that Eric Clapton played the guitar solo on While My Guitar Gently Weeps? And did you know in one day the boys recorded most of their debut album? Yep. February 11th, 1963, they'd recorded 10 songs that all went on to their debut album. That is incredible. And did you know that Vladimir Putin and my own favourite Beatles song is Yesterday? I was thinking maybe we could get together and do a collab. What do you say, Vlad? No? Maybe. I'll see if he answers. Just drop it in the comments, Mr. Putin. We'll get together. It'll be great. Black Sabbath facts! Yes, certainly! Did you know they were formed in 1968 in Birmingham? Now, originally they were called Polka Talk Blues Band. Catchy. And then they just went to Polka Talk, equally catchy, and then just Earth. And then, thankfully, they finally settled on Black Sabbath in 1969. They got their inspiration for that name from a horror film. Did you know that there have been 22 musicians part of Black Sabbath over the years? The only consistent is guitarist Tony Iommi. Now, did you know John Michael Osborne was actually taunted with the nickname Ozbrain in school by many a student, including one Tony Iommi? So he chose the nickname Ozzy, and in fact he actually tattooed it on his own knuckles using a drawing pin and a pencil. Not recommended. And did you know their debut album was recorded in one day and cost £800 to make, which is insane. Oh, and also, when Ozzy bit the head off a bat, he didn't know it was a bat. That's drugs for you. Have you done Queen facts yet? No, but I'll do them now for you. Yes, certainly. Did you know Freddie Mercury designed the Queen logo himself using all the astrological signs of the 4 band members? Did you also know that Freddie Mercury's iconic mic stand walk happened by accident one night, as in the middle of a gig, the mic stand broke, and instead of getting a replacement, he just walked around with a broken one, liked the way it felt, and looked, and just continued to do so? Did you know that Queen's collaboration with David Bowie happened by accident as well? He just so happened to be in the recording studio at the time they were recording it, and they just collabed. I think that's amazing. Did you know that Brian May's famous guitar, called Red Special or Old Lady, is actually handmade by himself from the wood of a 200-year-old mantelpiece? Jesus. And also, did you know that Freddie Mercury composed Crazy Little Thing Called Love while in a hotel bath one night? Legend has it he had the piano pushed to the side of the bath so he could compose it. I'd have just gotten out. That water must have been freezing by the time he'd finished. Makes no sense whatsoever. Facts about Nirvana. Yes, certainly. Did you know Kurt Cobain dropped out of high school and then soon after became a janitor at that very same high school? In fact, the dancing janitor in the Smells Like Teen Spirit video was a joke about this. Did you know that before they were called Nirvana, they were called Skid Row, Pencap, Chew, Bliss, and Ted Ed Fred? Did you know they had at least 5 drummers before they found the fantastic Dave Grohl? Did you know they were once thrown out of their own record release party for starting a food fight? Did you know their debut album Bleach was made for just over $606? Crazy. Did you know the song Polly was actually written about a true story? After Kurt Cobain read a horrific news article about a young girl, he decided to write Polly from the perspective of the victim. He just invented the name Polly. And did you know Kurt Cobain sadly died on the 5th of April 1994? It was ruled a suicide, but conspiracy time, a lot of people think he was actually murdered by Courtney Love. Apparently, allegedly. Should I say that? No idea.